Alright guys, it's been about 3 weeks since the unboxing and I have repotted these succulents ever since. I am so sorry, I forgot to record it when I repotted and when I first watered them, but I will show you exactly what to look for when it's time to water somewhere in this video. Anyways, these guys, I kind of divided them. So one big one like this would be divided into 2 pots. And they look great now, as well as the string of dolphins. I divided them as well because they do spread very quickly and I wanted to have multiple pots. Here's one of the pots up close. As you can see, since I have watered them, I've watered them twice in the last 3 weeks because I didn't fully water yet. I've just been giving enough to moisten the soil, and you can see the new growth that has already grown since I've had them, and that's only in 3 weeks because they're completely healthy. And then of course here is our biggest pot of them. I transferred them into a bigger pot so they can spread more. I am keeping this one for myself because it had the biggest and nicest pearls. You can see some of the new growth in this pot here as well. When you guys are buying string of pearls, guys, and say they're small pots like this, you want to look for the new points of growth. Well, however, or fuller pots, of course, but if the more of these little growths there are, it means that the string of pearls are in active growth and they will spread quickly. These here are the string of dolphins that I unboxed. You can see they're not dehydrated anymore. They've taken in water, and I've been putting them in morning sun. They get about 4 to 5 hours of morning sun a day, and all of that, see that? Guys, that's all new growth right there. The string of dolphins are much easier to take care of than string of pearls. These guys, you barely have to take care of them. You water them when they're thirsty, and then you just leave them. They like it outdoors better, but they grow well indoors as well. But if you are a beginner, I would say string of dolphins is the easier plant to take care of if you can find them. So I just wanted to do a little comparison here, guys. Here is a pot of string of pearls that does not need any water at all. They are all nice, full, and plump and round. I told you guys, do not water your string of pearls right when you unbox them. You want to give them a few days before you give them water, so you don't shock them and cause them to rot. Anyways, if they look like this, which they kind of look like this right out of the box, mine took about a week before I had to water them, but I put them under my lights right away and I watered them after a week. Basically, if you don't water them right away, in about a week's time, the bottom pearls will, some of the pearls will start to look like this. It's not completely nice and round anymore like you would see in this pot right here. These are nice and watered and plump. Pearls look like this when they are ready to be watered. As soon as you water them, about in a day or two, they will plump right back up and be nice and round again. But when they start to look more like string of tears, guys, and they're soft to the touch when you press them, and obviously you can see that they are wrinkly, that is the time you want to water. And here are fully hydrated and watered string of dolphins. I just watered these guys 2 days ago, and they are completely happy and nice. Look at how healthy those dolphins are. So after a few days of unboxing, like I said, you don't want to water right away when you unbox. Give it about 4 days and then you can water. And a lot of the dolphins at that point will start to look like this. You see that? You see that it's a little bit wrinkled, right? You see that it's very thin. The dolphin has completely closed up. And here's an example of one that would still be attached to the stem. You can see all the wrinkles. When you feel it, it's very soft to the touch, like it's wilting. That is the time you want to water your string of dolphins. Now, sometimes they will look like that right out of the box. It's okay, they'll survive. Leave them alone for about 4 days before you water them. Now I'm going to show you guys my method of watering them the first time I water them. So let's just pretend this is the first time, because I cannot fully water them right now anyways because they have just been watered. For both string of pearls and string of dolphins, I use a spray bottle like this, and I just spray directly on top, just like that. This will also help settle the new soil that you add after you repot. So you just spray this way, and I'm not going to spray it all the way. This just helps me control the amount of water that I give to them. And then as you spray, the water will slowly trickle down. Your soil should be very gritty, so after a few sprays, once you see the water start dripping down the bottom of your drainage holes, that's when you stop. You just want to water them enough to basically moisten the soil. After that, you wait for the soil to completely dry again, because they don't plump back up right away, but you will see a difference in the first week. So in about another 5 to 7 days, it's going to be time to water again. You're going to want to do the same thing. You're going to want to spray again, but this time you're going to want to water them a little bit more than the last. So this time let it really drip out of the pot. Like I said, the key here is to have very, very well draining soil. The same thing, guys, with string of pearls. You're going to spray the soil just enough to moisten the soil, okay, guys? You'll see once you see the first 2 or 3 drops of water come out the bottom, as you spray, that's enough. And then you wait for the soil to completely dry out again. Look for the signs that I told you. They will plump back up. Look for the signs, guys. Wait for the bottom biggest pearls to start looking like this, and then you can water again. Now the second time you can actually just water it regular, or you can also spray. The reason why I spray, it's not because I give little. I spray until the water drips down the bottom, okay? I just want to make sure that the soil around the roots get thoroughly wet, but I don't completely soak them and avoid overwatering and give them too much water. When you have just repotted your pearls, they are still sensitive. This is not the time to bottom water. When they have been pretty nice and stable for about 3 months and you've got your watering down, that is the time you can bottom water your string of dolphins and string of pearls. Other than that, you shouldn't have any problems with caring for them. Now, if you live in a hot tropical climate, these guys here, string of dolphins, live really well outdoors. String of pearls, they go dormant when it is too hot, guys. These are winter growers, so they do a lot better by a window in a nice cool room where they get a lot of morning sun. But outside, if it is too hot, they will go into dormancy, and they won't take in any water. Even if you water them, they will just rot or dry out. So you want to keep these guys indoors if it is too hot. Now, in the springtime and in the fall, they do really well outside because it's a lot cooler. I actually keep my string of pearls indoors under lights because they do a lot better for me, and they grow all year and they grow a lot faster. You can see how healthy they are. My dolphins and my pearls grow a lot better in plastic pots, in thin plastic pots, not those thick ones. The soil just doesn't dry out fast enough. It's just, it's up to you whether you want to put them in terracotta or whatever pot you want, but I'm just letting you know that my string of pearls do a lot better and grow a lot faster in these types of plastic pots. I know they're not as nice, but I'm pretty sure you can find nicer pots than this, but they grow in it well for me. I wanted to share a comparison with you guys. When I got these string of pearls here, there was only about this much in the pot, okay? And after, I would say 5 to 6 months, this is how much pearls I have. Every time they trailed over, I kind of just folded the pearls back in and put it on top of the soil, and it just kept filling up and filling up because I want my pearls to be full on top of the pot before they start trailing. And now they have started trailing. I will do another video when I repot these guys because they are going to be too much and too long for this pot anyways, and I want them to spread more. Now this right here, I transferred into a terracotta pot. It was in a pot like this as well, and there was probably 1 string like this, and this is all the growth that I've gotten, guys, in the past 6 months. So I think it's because the terracotta is always wet. I also keep this outdoors because I wanted to do an experiment on how fast the pearls grow outdoors and if they can survive. And look at that, guys. Look at how much this has grown indoors under my lights in a nice cool area versus outdoors where it is hot all the time and they're pretty much sleeping. I do let it get rained on when it rains, which is rare. And this is all the growth that I've got. I am still going to keep it outside just because I want to see. I want to see how it does. I don't know. I might bring it back indoors. I'm really not sure, but I just wanted to show you guys the comparison. Anyways, that is part 2 of our all about string of pearls and string of dolphins unboxing and care tips. I hope this video helped you guys somehow. If you have any additional questions, please leave a comment down below. Please like this video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Again, this is Christine from these Succulent Buddies. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you.
Bye. Happy March.